In algebra, I was given the opportunity to make a video explaining the difficulties I had experienced throughout Chapter 5 and on the chapter test. And I mean, I had a lot of difficulty. Now, the rules were fairly simple. You had to find two things that were extremely easy to do and two things that were very hard to do, and you had to solve two of them on camera. So I could have just gone ahead and did like, oh, when the line's like this, it's undefined, and when it's like this, it's 0, and just gotten an easy A+ like that, but I decided not to do that. Alright, so let's wait for video me to clean off the whiteboard, and then we can get started. So the equation I chose was fairly simple. It said write an equation of a line with the given slope and y-intercept. So it started off as m equals -5 and b equals -3. And as we know, m is the slope and b is the y-intercept, like so. And what you want to start out doing is just writing the formula, y equals mx plus b, and then you want to substitute. So y equals -5, because -5 is a slope, x plus -3, which is the y-intercept. Now, since it's plus negative, you can go right ahead and erase that and replace it with minus, because when you're adding a negative, it's the same as subtracting a positive. And I just added some parentheses. And there you go, that's how you get a simple A+ with those questions. Extremely simple. So the next problem I chose was a bit harder than the other ones, in my opinion. And what it's asking for you to do is it's asking for you to find the x and y intercept of the line. So the problem we're given is -4x plus 2y equals 24. And what were the goal, as I said before, was to find the x and y intercepts of the line. And when I tend to do these problems, I always prefer to set them up in steps. So step 1 would be write the equation in slope-intercept form. Now, the purpose of writing the equation slope-intercept form is to help better identify the y-intercept and the x-intercept, which is the purpose of this problem. Now, to start off, we want to, since it's we want to get y by itself, we want to subtract 4x from 24. Now, subtracting -4x is the same as adding +4x. So what we're going to write down is 2y equals 24 plus 4x. Now, we're still not done yet because we still have 2y, and we want the purpose is to get y alone. So you divide everything by 2, and that includes 24 and 4. So you're left with y equals 12 plus 2x. Now we can move on to the next step, and the next step is to substitute y equals 0 into the equation and solve for x. So with this, this is basically the whole rest of the equation. Because we know, obviously, that our y-intercept is 20, well, now it's 12, but we still don't know our x-intercept. So that's what this will do. It'll allow us to find out what our x-intercept was, of course. So what we have here is 0 equals 12 plus 2x. And that was our previous thing, y equals 12 plus 2x. We just substituted for 0. Now, what we want to do this for, because we're solving for x, is subtract 12 from 0, and that'll get you to negative 12 equals 2x. So the next thing you want to do is divide both by 2, and that'll get you to negative 12. Negative 6, sorry. So that in total would mean that negative 6 is our x-intercept, and I just put in to abbreviate intercept, not to get confused. So negative 6 is our x-intercept, and 12 is our y-intercept. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. There's a brief aftermath of just photos in a sort of collage of how I actually made this and how it all came to be. Thank you for watching, and yeah.